Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello and welcome to The Print. I'm Snesh Alex Philip and you're watching the Defense Tracker. What you see behind me is Arunachal Pradesh. Yes, the Print team, that is me, along with my video journalist Nirmal Poddar, are in Arunachal Pradesh to get you a glimpse into the military activities that is taking place in this crucial eastern sector. Remember that ever since the India-China standoff began at the LAC, that is the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh, last year, massive modernization and massive deployment has taken place all along the LAC. So the Print is now traveling from Assam to the Tawang sector in Arunachal Pradesh to understand the changes that have taken place on the ground. The army has not only inducted a large number of equipment, new systems like the ultralight howitzers, that it's the M777 procured from the US, but is also focusing on the infrastructure. Now there are a large number of roads, bridges that are being constructed in Arunachal Pradesh to ensure that there is a smooth movement of both people and equipment. Well, what you see on the screen is the Heron Mark 1. Now these are surveillance drones that were procured from Israel about a decade ago. Now among the many systems that have been deployed, one system which has been continuously deployed, be it in the eastern Ladakh sector or for that matter in eastern sector, is this particular system. Why? Well, why? I'll actually let a major who flies this particular drone answer that question for you. Well, I have with me Major Karthik here. He flies the RPA that you see behind me, which is the Heron Mark 1. Major Karthik, if you could tell our viewers, what is this Heron capable of?
The capability of this Heron is unmatched. If I want to tell you as a force field commander, if you are sitting on the ground and you want to have a holistic view of the ground forces, your forces, first you have to react as per the enemy. If enemy is advancing from one direction, you should switch your forces into that direction. So that means it is giving me a continuous feed of the entire battlefield so that the commander on ground take a final decision and switch its forces. Whether it is reshuffling or reinforcement, whatever the situation would be, the commander is continuously having the continuous watch of the entire battlefield. And this aircraft gives me an endurance of 24 to 30 hours and altitude up to which it can climb is 30,000 feet. You can think, you can imagine if a bird is flying and which is giving you a continuous feed. So it is that thing.
So you're saying it's an endurance of 24 to 30 hours. In terms of distance, how much can it cover?
Distance it can cover is 200 to 250 kilometers, and we can further increase the distance also, but generally if you want to take the distance as a parameter, it is 200 kilometer and the next one is 250 kilometers.
So it can surveil an area for about 200 to 250 kilometers for 24 continuously for 24 and can relay back the feed, both stills as well as video, back to the command here and also the army headquarters in New Delhi.
Yes. The feed will first come to this station wherever it is flying from, and after that the video and the images can be directly relayed in real time. Wherever you want, it can go. Feed can go.
Well, that was Major Karthik here telling us about the RPA, that is the Heron Mark 1. The gun that you see behind me is the L-70, a system, an air defense system that was bought in the 1960s. However, these have now been upgraded. Now this is the first set of upgraded L-70 air defense guns that have been brought and deployed here in Arunachal Pradesh, in the Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh. Now this particular gun system, which now has automatic target acquisition and it is backed by a radar and others, has now the capability to operate at multiple levels, and it can take down all flying targets, including fighter aircraft, the drones, the UAVs, and any object that flies in the air. This particular system has a range of about 3.5 kilometers. But remember that this is actually more and this is extremely important in this Arunachal sector because of the sensitivity that is involved. Now the primary threat in this Tawang sector is the threat from the air, and this particular gun is there to counter that.
पुरानी गन की कमियों को दूर करने के लिए इसमें अत्याधुनिक कॉम्पोनेंट्स और लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल किया गया है ताकि ये लो लेवल एयर थ्रेट जैसे अनमैन्ड एरियल व्हीकल, अनमैन्ड कॉम्बैट एरियल व्हीकल, अटैक हेलीकॉप्टर्स और मॉडर्न एयरक्राफ्ट्स का सामना कर सके। टारगेट एक्विजिशन और ऑटोमेटिक ट्रैकिंग कैपेबिलिटी को बढ़ाने के लिए इसमें डेलाइट टेलीविजन कैमरा, थर्मल इमेजिंग कैमरा और लेजर रेंज फाइंडर का इस्तेमाल किया गया है। इसे मजल वेलोसिटी रडार से भी लैस किया गया है इसकी मारक क्षमता को बढ़ाने के लिए। ये एडी वेपन सिस्टम युद्ध सिद्ध है और अब इसे सोफिस्टिकेटेड करके इसे मॉडर्न एयर थ्रेट्स के खिलाफ बहुत मजबूत रूप दे दिया गया है। थैंक यू, जय हिंद।
Arunachal Pradesh is a visual treat, but its terrain and weather can be quite punishing when it wants to be. Soldiers have to remain alert round the clock, and hence various exercise regimes are followed. Nirmal and I are right now at about 15,000 feet in Arunachal Pradesh in an area called Bumla. Now, if you ask me what is the strategic significance of Bumla, well, I can tell you that this is the same area through which the Chinese had actually marched in 1962. But remember that this is today is not 1962, it is 2021, and a lot has happened since then. What you see behind me, the blue structures, is part of the Chinese infrastructure. Now, ever since the standoff between, or let's say the tensions between India and China began in eastern Ladakh in May 2020, a lot has been done to beef up our military presence. For example, if you take the Eastern Command into spotlight, you will find that there has been a major push on technology as well as on firepower. Now, when I say firepower, you have also already seen the upgraded L-70 guns that were shown to you earlier. At the same time, the army has also gone ahead and inducted the Bofors. Now, Bofors is a artillery gun that was not here earlier, but has been inducted last year because of the current standoff. Besides that, the M777 ultra-light howitzers have also been inducted. These howitzers are were procured from the US, and these are light enough to be carried by Chinook helicopters. Now, a lot of focus has been on to ensure that there is more tech and there is needed manpower, not only just at the front but also in depth, to ensure that any challenge that China throws upon us is taken on. The key defense structure in Arunachal Pradesh is the integrated defended locality setups. Well, this is how an integrated defended locality looks like. Now, there are multiple bunkers, as you can see, and remember that most of these bunkers are underneath. For example, I am currently standing on top of a particular bunker. Now, the reason why you have underground bunkers is to ensure that the survivability increases. Survivability in the sense that if there is tomorrow a shelling that takes place, a missile is fired by the Chinese PLA, this particular bunker ensures, the underground bunker ensures that our men are safe. Now, it also increases their fighting capability. How it increases the fighting capability? Well, since most of these bunkers are underground, the enemy can't really spot them or reach out to them. There are multiple bunkers I have personally seen, but we are not showing it on camera because there are multiple equipment and other firing systems that are in place. But one thing is for sure, that the integrated defended locality is truly integrated into a proper defense mechanism against any thrust that may come in by the PLA.
Right now, we are the company commander's bunker in the integrated defender locality. This is where I control the battle from. The most vital aspect of modern day warfare is battlefield transparency. It is to ensure that every commander can take informed and timely decisions during battle. To my right, you can see a radar feed. This picks up movement of enemy troops and vehicles from long distances. Further to my left, you can see a quadcopter feed. This is a live feed from the area ahead, and it acts as my eyes from the sky. Further to my left is a tactical video streamer. It's giving me a live feed from the Trans-Border Patrol that's operating ahead of the LAC. Apart from this, I have platoons under me, with platoon commanders commanding them. I have engineer deaths working ahead of my defenses, creating obstacles for the enemy, such as minefields, ditches, denial schemes. And I also have an artillery det including an officer who can engage targets in depth at very short notice. There are even armed and attack helicopters that are flying over our heads. Aircrafts of Indian Air Force, and all is coordinated from this very bunker. During battle, the company commander has his hands full. Therefore, independent decisions at the lower levels are encouraged during battle. What you hear right now is the artillery bombardment of the enemy. Right now the time is 2000 hours at night, and enemy's artillery bombardment has started over our defenses. But before that, I am getting a radio telephony message from my observation post. Alpha 1 for Delta 9, pass your message over. Roger, wait out. Alpha 1 for Tango 3, Tango 3 over. अभी इंफॉर्मेशन आया, दुश्मन की 3 टैंकों का समूह डिफेंसेस की तरफ तेजी से बढ़ रहे हैं। आप अपनी फायरिंग पोजीशन की तरफ मूव करने के लिए तैयार रहिए। ओवर। We have just got information that 3 of the tanks of the enemy has already crossed the LAC and heading towards our defenses. I have alerted our anti-tank mobile team det to move towards their firing positions. From there, they will engage the targets, which we will witness subsequently as part of the display of the integrated defensive battle.
Infrastructure has also seen a major push by the government with construction of new roads, tunnels, bridges, underground ammo storages, among others. India has been focusing on ramping up its firepower as well as inducting latest technology to ensure that there is round-the-clock surveillance of not just the line of actual control but also the depth areas on the Chinese-controlled Tibet region. What India is trying is to ensure that they have enough troops and equipment on the ground in case China becomes aggressive in the future. For the print, this is Snesh Alex Philip and Nirmal Podar signing off from Arunachal Pradesh.